Hello, Greenlight Today family. It is so good to be with you here again. This has been a pretty strange week for me. I've been out of town visiting family. I've been working with the nonviolence campaign, and it seems like my world or worlds are colliding. I'm trying to make them one world, but sometimes it's a bit challenging. And I work with the nonviolent campaign, and I'm learning how nonviolence is not something passive. It's something very, very active, and it's something that we can do on a daily basis. We can be peace. Like the video that somebody submitted on YouTube that showed the woman protecting a baby and her mother from this guy, and all she was doing was just using her body to block the guy. That is nonviolence. She used a third way to challenge violence, and it's amazing that we can do this on a daily basis and not be aware of. And then on the other hand, things happen. People cut you off in traffic. You hear people arguing. You see a mother cuss her child out. You see two people fighting in the street, and accidentally, because I don't watch news all the time, you see something horrific on the news, and you think to yourself, I think to myself, where is the humanity? Where is what we are capable of? Why don't we try to live in a nonviolent world? Because this way that we're living now is not working. This way of violence is not working. And I feel that a lot of people are getting tired of it. A lot of people want to wake up in the morning and just be okay. I feel it on Facebook. I feel it with the people I talk to. And so I was sitting in the library and I was thinking, where is the humanity? Where is the sense of it all? And of course, the universe says, well, I have something I want you to read. And I see this book. And this book is entitled, What Does It Mean to Be Human? And it's What Does It Mean to Be Human? Reverence for Life. And it's edited by Frederick, Franck, Janis, Roze, and Richard Connolly. And so basically what they did, they sent this question out to hundreds of people around the world, from people who are very famous and to people who just teach at community colleges. So they wanted a broad spectrum. And I've been reading some of the responses, and it's just been amazing. I'm just going to share a couple with you today. One response is from Facundo Cabral. He's an Argentine singer, and he tells about this governor or this king who was elected to rule the people. And why was he elected? Because he was the best human being available. Wow. We should have like a report card for everybody who gets elected. Let me see if you can be the best human being available. And if you are, then I will elect you. Whoa, that would be a little bit too deep, I think, for most people, but you never know. So this king got elected, and he set some laws in order. And I'm just going to read some of them. But if we could think of the President of the United States, passing this on to Congress, and Congress actually enacting it into a law and not fighting over it, he says, I order that in this country, nothing will ever be more valuable than life itself. Whoa. I order that every weekday be as bright and luminous as any Sunday. I definitely can go for that. I decree that everyone free him or herself from all the lies and take off all the masks of secrecy so that we could all sit down together and talk of beauty and justice. Whoa. What would life be if one of the rules of this country was no masks, no lying, just be yourself? And starting today, all money will carry an expiration date so that no one can accumulate it to buy power and dominion over others. I'm speechless on that. I mean, that is a thought. Don't know if it can work in this day and age, but what if money did have an expiration date? If all the money you accumulated was only good for so many years or so many months? And then finally, there will be only one aristocracy, that of the spirit, and only one privilege, that of intelligent imagination. wow, the world would really totally be a different place. Can you imagine raising children in this type of world? So I want to leave you with a poem. And the poem is by Naomi Shihab Nye. She's a very famous poetess. And this is her answer to the question, what is it to be human? What is humanity? Before you know what kindness really is, you must lose things. Feel the future dissolve in a moment like salt in a weakened broth. What you held in your hand, what you counted and carefully saved, all of this must go, so you know how desolate the landscape can be between regions and kindness. Before you learn the tender gravity of kindness, you must travel where the Indian in a white poncho lies dead by the side of the road. You must see how this could be you, how he too was someone who journeyed through the night with plans and the simple breath that kept him alive. Before you know kindness as the deepest thing inside you, you must know sorrow as the other deepest thing. You must speak to it till your voice catches the thread of sorrows and you see the size of the cloth. Then it is only kindness that makes sense anymore, only kindness that ties your shoes and sends you out into the day to mail letters and produce bread, only kindness that raises its head from the crown of the world to say, "It is I you have been looking for," and then goes with you everywhere like a shadow or a friend.